Good morning, sir.
Very good morning, sir.
What's your full name?
My full name is Rajinder Singh Walia. You can call me Bunty.
Tell me about your hobbies.
I have many hobbies, sir. I love driving, listening to music, dancing, playing games like volleyball, basketball, browsing the internet, and traveling.
Do you like to read books?
Definitely, I love reading books. I read all kind of general knowledge books, books about science, and the latest fiction books and all that.
Tell me about your favorite book.
My favorite book is difficult to pick from the collection that I've read, but I'll go with Jawaharlal Nehru's Discovery of India. It's in Hindi as well, as they call it Bharat Ek Khoj. It gives information about the history of India, how the civilizations before the British people came to our country, how they developed, and it takes us back to those medieval times and brings us to the modern India. It's a pretty comprehensive book, and you get a huge knowledge about the Indian background. Right.
Let's talk about daily routine. Would you like to change in your routine?
Don't want to change my daily routine. It's pretty much fine, but there are a few things that I would like to change. I don't get much time for exercise. I want to spare a few hours, say 2 hours in the morning, if possibly I can, to do some exercise.
Are all your days the same?
Almost, but there are sometimes very drastic changes. It's like I wake up in the morning and then there is no plan of going anywhere, and all of a sudden I get a call and I have to stay out all day without any breakfast or lunch sometimes. Then I have to go sometimes on a long drive to do some work like at Chandigarh or at Patiala or at Ludhiana, and the schedule is otherwise alright, but sometimes there are sudden unplanned things which happen which change the routine.
Tell me about your typical weekday and typical weekend.
The weekday starts at around say 6:30, and I start my classes at around 8:30, and there's a break at 2 when I have my lunch. Breakfast is sometimes skipped, and it's pretty rare, and then after that we plan the day, that is about the classes and all, like we have to see certain material that we have to make and lectures that we have to prepare. The break in the evening is at around 6:30. Then I go to the market to do some shopping, or if there is nothing to do, I just relax and browse the internet and all. Then I have my dinner at around say 9 o'clock, 9:30, and sometimes even 10. And I watch a movie if possibly I can, right? Spare some time, and go to bed around say 11:30. The weekend is like my Saturday. I have classes which I finish at around 6:30. Then I go to the market to go for fun. To the markets, we just browse, and we do window shopping, and we do whatever possibly we can. Sundays are I wake up late in the morning at around say 8:30 or 9 even, and then we have breakfast, and then I take my car out or Activa, and I take my friends along with me. We go to different places like Chetak Park. We mess with people, right? We create problems for them. That's not right, but I love doing that. We make videos, take photos. There are sometimes lovebirds sitting, and I'm sorry to say we do sometimes do whatever we can, right? Then we go to the Mittal's Mall. We do have sometimes pizza. Sometimes we go to the big bazaar, have some snacks, beverages. We spend a lot of our time there, and then we come back home in the evening. Sometimes we go to the ground. So it's a pretty different image, pretty different thing. The weekdays are very different from weekends.
What's the balance of work, study, and free time in your normal day?
Free time, I would say, is a luxury, is not there at all. And as far as the fun and leisure and the working hours are concerned, they are pretty much balanced, in the sense that during work it's pretty much fun because we meet youngsters, young people, and they relax us. We do have a momentary laugh and fun and cracking of a joke, And while working, we have fun. We have a lot of fun. So there is a pretty much good balance in work and leisure.
Now, I want to give a topic. Describe something you own which is very important for you.
Sure, sir.
Thank you. You can make some notes.
That's okay. It's all right, sir. The something which I own, which is very important to me, is my car. It's the Zen LX, and the thing is that there are so many memories attached with this car, and I got it from Max Autos from Sangrur, because that particular color, moon being silver, was not available at that time in my city. So we went to this city, which is around, I would say, I'm not sure, maybe 60 kilometers from here, and we went there, and my dad actually went there, and our dealer drove it all the way to our house, and I was jumping with joy. I mean, literally hugging my dad. I sat in the car and I just like operated different things and adjusted the seat back and front. And that day onwards, I was the king of the world, right? I just drove to various relatives' houses, friends' houses. I made my first girlfriend, and I took her for a long drive, had my first kiss in it. And there is also a beautiful music system, that is the Sony's Explode system in it, in which I play all kind of music. I had many picnics that I went with my family, you know, to it made me more proud, because going on buses was embarrassing, and going in a car, in a beautiful car, was something out of, it was a luxury. And I use it for shopping, various purposes, for fun, for going about places whenever my family wants to travel, especially if I want to carry heavy loads, that is big shopping that I have to do. And it's important because I can't even, you know, think of living my life without my car. It's an integral part of my life, and it's given me all the fun and has made me a very mature person, both mentally, physically, socially, and I can never even think of living without my car. This car I will keep all my life with me as a memory, though I might buy a bigger car someday, but this car I will always keep with me.
Can I have this?
Yes, sure, sir.
What kind of possessions show status in your country?
Possessions like a big house, weapons some people do keep as status symbol, but I would say a big house, car, mobile phones, clothes, shoes, and jewelry sometimes. Some of these things are status symbols.
Do you think it was different for your grandparents?
Absolutely. In my grandparents' time, we didn't have this technology. Automobiles weren't there, and mobile phones and all these luxuries weren't there. They had status symbols like cattle, buffaloes, oxen, and land, and property, that is, and these are some of the things. Then I would say weapons were there at that time. That was something common, which was a status symbol.
Modern society is often called materialistic. What do you think this is?
Modern societies are materialistic because they are running after material things instead of finding solace or spiritualism. They just want to get as many things as possibly they can, possessions as many as they can. For that, they are sacrificing love, care, health, and their relationships. That's why they are materialistic.
Do you think consumerism is positive or negative development?
It depends on the society and the nation as a whole. Consumerism is a good idea as long as it doesn't drain the essential, I would say, wages or the salaries of the people and the money that they save, that is. If excessive buying is done, definitely it would be a drain on the people's earnings, but it would eventually help the nation in developing from a developing country to a developed country and would benefit the people eventually. So I would say consumerism on the whole is a good idea.
What's the role of advertising?
Advertising plays a big role today. Without advertising, we can't even think of that our product will be taken off the shelves by the people. So the companies are investing, I would say, 1/4 of their total budget on advertising, and some even more than that. And that leads to huge amount of sales, and these sales figures escalate as soon as an advertisement is flashed on television or is printed in the newspapers or magazines. Billboards are put up and all. Advertising also awares people as to what's available in the market. Otherwise, who would know that what thing to buy and what its qualities and characteristics and features are. So advertising is, I would say, overwhelmingly affecting power, or I would say tool, in the hands of these businessmen or producers.
How do you think the internet will affect buying pattern in the future?
Buying patterns are already being affected by the internet in the present world, and in the future it would have an overwhelming effect on the buying patterns. People are already buying from the internet. They are using credit cards, debit cards, and ordering online. We have the eBay, we have the Amazon.com, and many other websites which are just supplying goods at dust rate, right, at competitive rates rather. And people will be definitely buying from the internet as they are becoming more and more addicted to the internet. So buying will be, I would say, most of the buying will be done on the internet in the future.
Thank you, Darshan, for speaking. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.